So a horizontal analysis is a trend where we're reading things in time. So what is a vertical analysis? So a vertical analysis is very similar, that we're looking at financial performance, but we are going to be looking at them as a percentage, and basically in relation to some relevant figure or base or common value. So typically if you were looking at a financial statement sheet and you had something like, okay, we have 5 sources of revenue. If we're going to do a vertical analysis on that, we could sit there and go, oh, well, what percentage of our revenue each one of these comes as of the total revenue. All right, so the vertical analysis, once again, percentage of a baseline. And we calculate this out pretty easily. So it's the individual line item and then we'll divide that by the common value or the common baseline. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, we're going to go back to our elephant sheet, and we're going to do that with that. So we're going to come here. So I want to do a vertical analysis of the elephant population in 1979. So we're going to look at the percentage of elephants in each country based on all of the elephants in Africa. So we are going to have to add something new here. So we're going to add a total population line. And so I am just going to sum up all of our elephant populations. And then I'm going to drag this over, and so that will do all 4 of our things. So that's going to be our common baseline. So let's go here, and we're going to do a vertical analysis, and then we're going to do it of 1979. Oh, not 76, 79. And so what percentage of the elephants were in Angola? We're going to take the number of elephants in Angola, and we'll divide it by the total population. Just one, not both of them. There we go. And so that gives us a number. And remember, this is the decimal percentage. So if we go over here and change this to percent, so Angola in 1979 had 1.06% of all the elephants in Africa. Okay, and so we'll drag that down, and we'll do all of the other ones and go, oh, there's a problem. What's going on? So anytime you see an error like this, I would just click on it, click up here, and go, okay, well, the blue one, yeah, that's doing what I want. That's supposed to be Chad. The red cell, oops, that's walking down. I don't want the red cell to change. So let's go back here. Let's do our referencing. And I'm just going to hit F4, blocks off the B, blocks off the 17. That won't change at all. And so now we can drag that down. All right, and so now we can sit there and we can look at the percentage of elephants in each of the places. And so once again, if I throw conditional formatting on this, we get some color scales. Unfortunately, we can see that 32% of the elephants in 1979 were in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We kind of know where this is going, and it's not a good story for the elephants, but that is how we do a vertical analysis. So what I would like you to do a vertical analysis on the 1989 elephant population. And so pause this video, go do that, and then come back to the video. Okay, so I'm assuming at this point you've done this. So I'll show you how to do it. In fact, I'm going to do this all at once. So let's go over here. And you can see it's counting up, but that's fine. I'm going to change that to 1989. We'll change this to 2007. And then we'll change this one to 2012. I'm going to do this all with one equation. And so let's take a look at it. So as I look at my initial equation here, I do want this to change as I move it around. So notice I made 4 columns here that match the 4 columns here. I've got all the countries here. So I'm just going to drag this around. So I want it to go to Angola, to Botswana, to Cameroon, then I want it to go to 79, 89, 2007. So I don't want to touch B2. I want to leave that completely relative. B17, though, we're going to do something with this. Because as I drag this left to right, I want this to go from 79 to 89 to 2000 to 2012. Therefore, I want the column to be able to change, and that $ stops the column from changing. Now the 17, the row, as I drag this equation down, it goes B2, B3, B4. Well, I don't want this B17 to change. I want that 17 to always be 17. So no matter that this gets drugged down, this one does not change the row. So I'm going to leave the $ in front of the 17, so the 17 will never change. So that equation is set. Now I can drag this up and down and everything, and it'll get me what I want, but we can also copy and paste and get the same thing. So I Control-C to copy it. I highlight the entirety of where I want to paste the equation. I hit Control-V. And so what it has done now is it has gone in and it's dropped that equation everywhere, and the indexing has happened. So if I go here and look, we can see, okay, it indexed where I wanted it to. Everything went fine. The other thing is, since there was conditional formatting on this one, it applied it all over the place. So now we can sit there and in the vertical analysis, which each of these years, we can see what percentage of the elephants that we had in each of these countries. And actually the fun thing is you can do a horizontal analysis on the vertical analysis. You can look at what's changed as we've gone along. So we can see, like here, if we come back down to row Tanzania, they were at 27. They went down. Their share of elephants went down by 89, but then it started to go back up in 2007 and then went back down again. And as we can look at our horizontal analysis, well, this actually wasn't anything they were doing. It's just everybody else was doing a lot worse. And so this is interesting. We can get neat little insights from this, especially, once again, if I was looking into this and wanted to see what we wanted to deal with, I would look at Botswana that went from almost less than 2% of the elephant population to being the biggest with 27% now. And we can see from our horizontal analyses that by pure number and by percentage, they did a lot of work through there and did things. So that would be the stuff to look into. All right, and so with that, that is how you do a horizontal absolute change, horizontal percentage change, how you do a vertical analysis. So now what you would like to do is save this file, upload this for your engagement for the class, and have a good day.